Okay, so I was really trying not to have to do a voice recording, but while I was recording this video, of course, my toddler wanted to scream. My son was bothering her, so yeah. So we're going to be making turkey chili. These are all the ingredients you need. I added in zucchini, which I highly recommend if you want to hide some veggies because it cooks down almost all the way. You can't even tell it's there. So yeah, so basically I'm going to brown the ground turkey, add about a teaspoon of garlic, and once that's cooked, then I will add in the diced zucchini, which I would have washed and diced while the meat was cooking. And also you're going to drain the beans and rinse them. And then I'm going to add the chili um, seasoning. But on top of that, I also added some adobo seasoning because I did get the reduced sodium. That way I could control how much sodium I'm putting in my food. So yeah, you could season yours to taste, but that's just how I do it. So at this point, I'm adding the zucchini in, and then the next thing I was going to add, I think, oh yeah, first I'm going to stir this up before I add anything else. I mean, you could let the zucchini saute a little while longer, but at this point, my kids were losing their mind. I had to throw everything in and just let it cook. You'll see that it's like after 4 o'clock by the time I'm doing this because I forgot to take the ground turkey out the night before. So yeah, so this is, you can easily do this when you come home from work or after a long day. It takes an hour to cook, probably less than that. It really only took like maybe 40 minutes to cook. So yeah, so I'm just stirring that up, and yeah, trying to make them as small as possible. I don't like having to cut like vegetables and stuff, so you see that when I prepare vegetables, I usually leave them cut a little bigger. But yeah, you could also probably sneak in like shredded carrots or cauliflower. I mean, you can pretty much hide anything in chili. The same thing, like if you're making pasta sauce, you could hide a ton of vegetables in there and your kids will never know. So now I'm adding the beans. And I'm just using a can of red beans and red kidney beans and black beans. You can use any kind of beans you want, obviously. Those are just the two that I usually get. And then I'm going to add in the chili seasoning, which you don't have to go buy the packet. It's pretty much just chili powder, cumin, and I think garlic powder. You could look it up, but I think that's just the three things in there pretty much. So yeah, it's just showing you what the instructions say, which is basically what I'm doing. And as you see, the sodium level is very, very low, only 230 milligrams. And because I have high blood pressure, I'm always focused on the amount of sodium. So that's why you always see me getting low sodium, reduced sodium when I'm cooking. So now I'm just going to stir all this together. And I'm going to throw in the diced tomatoes. Again, these are no salt added. You could even get the tomatoes that have the jalapenos in it, but my kids don't like anything spicy. I'm also adding corn. Again, no salt added. This is optional. I don't think many people put corn in their chili, but we like to have corn in our chili. So that's why we add it in. Now I'm stirring everything up. And I'm going to add about a half a can of water, which is pretty much probably like, what, 4 ounces of water. And you don't want to add too much water to it because then it becomes soupy. But I added water because I had the zucchini in there and I wanted it to be able to like cook down as much as possible, so that's why I did that. Yeah, so you can see it's 4 o'clock, and I'm just now putting this on to cook. Okay, so the chili is all done. See how the zucchini cooks almost all the way down. So it's 5 o'clock now, so yeah, I had it cooking for about 50 minutes. Yep, and it's all done. So I'm gonna top it with cheese, sour cream, and that's dinner.